Hey everyone, it's Joe Beethoven, and rather than describe my morning to you, I'll just show it to you. Yeah, that's my morning. Four Spider-Man in a plane or an elevator, take your pick, there were always four. That's right, Spider-Man finally came out for Marvel's Avengers today, and first thing in the morning, I line dropped, kind of like at Disneyland, I line dropped waiting for Spider-Man to become available and got right to work. And after the first couple hours and taking him from power level 1 to 29 and level 1 to 9, it's pretty much exactly what I expected. Spider-Man starts off okay enough with a fun cutscene where he meets the Avengers. It's pretty solid, good voice acting, good interaction. Spidey, is immediately likable, as he should be. And then it's all downhill from there. I mean, immediately. There's no more story. You go around, people will say, "Hi, Spider-Man," and then nothing else. No character-specific dialogue. It's just sad. The Harm Room Challenge was completely standard. Of course, I started with that, and Cheese did a little bit for some extra XP, but nothing to write home about there. I mean, honestly, the comic book intro made it seem like Spider-Man had been here the entire time. Is that really how we're supposed to do this? Were we supposed to grab Spider-Man right away? Or are they just trying to make you feel like, oh, this is why we didn't have the story, because he's really been here the whole time, but we just, you could play whatever you want. I don't know what they're going for with this comic book intro. It doesn't work for me, but I don't know. Anyway, the big thing, of course, here is how does he actually feel to play? Well, I did several missions as Spider-Man and completed a few of his challenges, and yeah, he's pretty fun to play. I'll admit it. He's fun in combat. He's got a great feel of a fast counter feel. Like he feels like he's constantly countering enemies and getting out of the way, dodging. It's fun. And he packs a mean wallop. Yeah, he's pretty tough. His web moves are pretty satisfying. The spider drone doesn't... I'm not really sure what the spider drone does. I haven't really been able to see what I think it damages enemies, but doesn't seem to be that effective. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe when he's upgraded, he'll do better. But the web bomb works, and the wrecking ball works as long as you aim it properly. And, yeah, he's fun in combat. But swinging around is a big disappointment. I mean, they're clearly trying to ape the Insomniac Spider-Man, and it just doesn't work. Spider-Man should feel like he flies across the map, essentially, and somehow he feels really slow while he's swinging around. His web zip does barely anything, and I've already encountered swinging bugs. After just a few hours of play, I'm already encountering weird swinging bugs. For the record, I wasn't expecting Insomniac Spider-Man here. I knew the swinging wouldn't be as good, but this still feels like subpar. This feels like they could have worked harder on the feel of this. It just doesn't feel right to me. It feels clunky. It feels like as he swings, he has a lot of extra force against him. Not the right amount of like wind and gravity and all that. I'm talking like just, it feels like there's a wall trying to push him back as he swings forward. And it's kind of disappointing. But overall, playing with a bunch of other Spider-Men, going around, raising our power levels, doing the same aim labs was pretty fun for a couple hours. But I could already feel the creeping sensation of repetitiveness after just a couple hours of doing missions as Spider-Man. As much fun as he is in combat, the missions are still the same. It still feels like the same game, just with a different character. And this is the exact problem I expected. So, worries confirmed. That's kind of it. And then we come to the other aspect of it, which is the quote-unquote story of Spider-Man. As I said before, he got off to an okay start. He had a good character introduction, even though the timeline of it was, I found it kind of confusing. But, whatever. But as soon as that happens, the story is told through these text message audio logs. Or emails, both of them. Text messages, emails that you listen to the voice actors read through. Primarily, it's Spider-Man, Ms. Marvel, and Liz Allen where I am at this point. The story seems to center around Liz Allen and her family's company, Allen Chemicals, and whether or not this company is working for Advanced Idea Mechanics. But literally, it's just through these text messages. It's through these long audio logs. And this is just as boring as I expected. Seriously, could these not have been turned into cutscenes? Even if you didn't want to do story missions, make it that when you complete challenges, you get cutscenes, not just audio logs. This is just not right. This isn't how Spider-Man should be treated. I think there are other cutscenes coming up with Liz Allen, which is a good thing. I saw that in like the big update video that Marvel posted. But still, at this point, it just feels completely hollow. Spider-Man already feels like he's just faded into the background. I mean, seriously, look at this menu screen. He's just hanging there in the background. Wow, this screen is getting really cluttered. I wonder how they're going to fix that. Anyway, so honestly, everything I thought about this is true. Everything I saw coming. It just feels really lazy. Yeah, he's fun to play as, but he's not better than really Captain America even. I don't think he's that much better than my current main, my current favorite character to play as. And the story is just as pathetic as I saw coming. I knew it was going to happen. It's just as hollow and meaningless. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep piling through and see what other story comes out as I go along through the challenges, and I'll keep updating you in videos. But currently, I'm not happy. I'm not unhappy either. I'm exactly where I thought I would be. And the big question, are Xbox players missing out? Do PlayStation players have an advantage? Well, yes and no. On the one hand, yes, Spider-Man, as I said, is fun to play, so PlayStation players have that advantage. On the other hand, we're just doing the exact same things that Xbox players are doing, but with Spider-Man. That's it. So, Xbox players, don't despair. Honestly, you're not missing out on much. As someone who started playing Spider-Man right away and has gotten a pretty decent feel for him, I can tell you he's not a game changer. Honestly. You can do the same maps with the characters you already have, and it'll be pretty much just as satisfying. Spider-Man is fun, but in all honesty, if he weren't free, if he were paid to pay for in this current state, I would not pay for him. Xbox players, I think you can breathe a sigh of relief. Personally, I don't feel like Spider-Man is a game changer. I don't think you're missing out on much. Anyway, here I am with Spider-Man at level 9, power level 29, several challenges completed. And in one sense, I'm looking forward to doing more. In another sense, we'll see. I might get worn out. But for now, this is video diary number 1 about playing as Spider-Man. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you started playing as him, what you think of him. If you were one of the 3 guys I played with in multiple missions, let me know. I'd love to say hi to you. You were a lot of fun to play with. And, I hope that in the future, maybe Spider-Man will get updates and be better. But for now, he's just as as I was expecting. Anyway, that's all for now. God bless you guys. I'll catchphrase you later, and look forward to more Spider-Man updates in the coming days. Bye!